Welcome to Part of My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if this is your second or third or have any time to click on my channel. Welcome. As you can tell, today I'm going to be doing my January TBR. I know that this video is late, and the reason why this video is late is because this is the third time that I've recorded this video. You're going to see me in this outfit for the next, like, 5 videos. I don't know, because the first time I recorded, I thought my mic was messed up because I recorded all the videos, there was no audio. Then I recorded again, thinking I fixed the mic, and I didn't fix the mic. So here we are for the third time. I swear, if the audio doesn't work, y'all just not going to get this video. It is what it is. We're just going to move on. But, let's just get into this TBR, because I have 3 more videos to record. Alright, the first book that was sent to me that comes out in January is The Davenports by Krystal and Marquis. This is about a wealthy black family in the United States. Their fortune has made them the entrepreneurship of William Davenport, a formerly enslaved man who's founded the Davenport Carriage Company years ago. Now, the Davenports' life surrounded by servants, crystal chandeliers, and endless parties, and the new generation must find their way as they unexpectedly find love in a rapidly changing country. It's about 4 women, Olivia, Helen, Amy, Rose, Ruby. They're all interconnected because of this family. Some form or fashion, either they're part of the family, work for the family, friends of the family, I don't know. I know this is a highly anticipated book for many of the people in the community, so I'm here for it. I just know that I requested it because it sounds amazing. Alright, the next book that I have is Bitter by Akwaeke Emezi. This is the second book in the Pet. This is technically the prequel of it. This is about pets, not pets, but the girl's mom, and her name is Bitter. It's about the mom. So in the first story, Pet, let me just read the back for you because my wording is kind of crazy. There are no monsters anymore, or so the children in the city of Lucille are taught. Jam and her best friend, Redemption, have grown up with this lesson all their lives. But when Jam meets Pet, a creature made of horns and colors and claws, who emerges from one of her mother's paintings in a drop of Jam's blood, she must reconsider what she's been told. Pet has come to hunt a monster, and the shadow of something grim lurks in Redemption's house. Jam must fight not only to protect her best friend, but also to uncover the truth and the answer to the question, how do you save the world from monsters if no one will admit they exist? This is a middle grade, I believe. I want to say it's middle grade. But either way, this is a phenomenal story. It deals with talking about unspoken topics in a very interesting way that is easy for a young child to grasp, so that it's also teaching them that they should speak up when things are wrong. I really enjoyed this, so I'm happy to know that there's a second one and to go ahead and read it. Alright, the next book that I have is from a author that I met on Twitter. We supported each other and I won one of their giveaways, and that is Dusk and Rime by Ignacio R. Limon. This is a self-published book, but I won this book a while ago and I just never got to it, so I'm just going to go get to it now. And it says, this is basically following a prince who leaves his safety childhood to go ahead and rectify all the things that are going wrong in the world or in his area, and he has to go on, pretty much has to go on a journey to fight this evil in unknown territory. It's kind of one of those princes goes out there, doesn't know the world, and he is going to realize some things. That's basically what this book is following. Alright, the next book I'm going to be reading is Of Women in Salt by Gabriela Garcia. This is also another book that I won on a Goodreads. I actually won a Goodreads giveaway. And it's following a daughter's fateful choice, a mother's complex past, and a family legacy that begins in Cuba before either of them was born. If y'all know anything about me, y'all know that I love families and how they interconnect. I love stories about families that interconnect and have to do with, like, what one generation does to another generation and how they can intertwine, and looking in the past, looking in the forward. Y'all know I love that. It's a short read, and I just figured it's finally time for me to get to it. The next book I have is Accurate Evie Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the 3rd book in the Brown Sisters series. They're a series, but they're not necessarily a series. If you read the first one, you'll see the sisters in the first one, and in the second one, you'll see what happened in the first one as far as relationship-wise, bloom in the second one, and I'm assuming that the first and second one relationships will bloom in this last one. I haven't read this one, but I do know that this is about the youngest sister. E.B. Brown is a certified hot mess. No matter how hard she tries to do right, her life always horribly goes wrong. So she's given up trying. But when her personal brand of chaos ruins an expensive wedding, someone had to liberate those poor doves. Her parents draw the line. It's time for Evie to grow up and prove herself, even though she's not entirely sure how. It's a romance, you know. Alright, the next book I have is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. This is actually going to be a reread for me, and I don't know if this video is out yet. It probably won't be out. No, it should be out. It should be out. Yeah, it be coming out. But if you didn't see, I did a 2023 reads and playlist. I'll link it down below. But rereads, this is not on that rereads, but I am rereading this because I joined the Sister Sci-Fi book club, and I'm going to be reading that story. And or no, excuse me, this is the book that they picked, so this is going to be a reread for me. So I'm going to be going to read it in January. Alright, the next book I have is A Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. This is a book that Wesley so kindly purchased for me. And this is pretty much following a girl named Violet who is a prophet, but she's also a liar. And the girl be lying, and the prince does not like her. So the prince said once he comes in power, you're fired, okay? So she has to do everything that she can to make sure that she keeps her job. And we're just going to see how that plays out, okay? This is such a beautiful, beautiful book. This is the Fairy Loot edition. He did have the cart and the bookmark that came with it. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to get to it. I'm sorry I don't sound excited. I am so sorry. I sound so monotone that I don't sound like me in my normal videos. Again, I have to record this video 3 times already, so. But the next book I have is Eleanor by Jason Gurley. This is following 2 identical twins where one of the twins ends up dying in a tragic accident, and the sister has to deal with the grief of the mother as well as her own grief as losing her sister. I've had this book on my shelf for a long time, and I actually picked this up from the dollar store because I'd seen Reagan from Peru's Books talk about this book, or Peru's Project, I think is her channel. Sorry. I'll have a link down in the description as well. But she had this book facing out on her bookshelf, and I was like, oh, if it's facing out, it's got to be good. I have twins, if you didn't know, so anything about twins I'm interested in, even though I shouldn't be interested in reading about stories about one of the twins dies. I don't know. I'm weird. But, yeah, somebody from the past comes and talks about things of the family, and, I don't know. Alright, the next 2 books are actually manga, and this is Assassination Classroom, volume number 4. This is by Yusei Matsui. This is volume number 4. If you don't know what this is about, this manga is following an alien who comes to Earth and says that he's going to destroy the Earth in 1 year. And before he destroys the Earth, he wants to become a teacher for this one specific classroom at this school. So there is this high elite class or school in Japan, and the people that can't cut it in their grades or academically, socially, or athletically, they get sent to this class. They're pretty much like the bottom of the school. Like, they don't get good grades, and they're kind of just like the misfits or the outcasts. And all of society treats these kids like they're outcasts because they're in this class. So he wants to become the teacher, and he's actually teaching them how to assassinate him. Like, what? So while they're actually learning, like, he's helping them with their actual problems in life or in school to make them better. He is teaching them how to kill them, while also trying not to be killed by them. But it's, like, literally impossible. But I'm really enjoying this. This is a anime, and I wanted to read it first before I go ahead and watch it. Alright, the next one I have is very raved about, and that's Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo. This is the volume number 1. If you don't know what this is about, this is following a man who is a spy, and he has to go pretty much, I guess you could say, undercover at this school. And in order to be able to do that, he has to put together a family. So he gets a wife, and he adopts a daughter. Well, little does he know, he adopted a telepath, and the telepath knows exactly what's going on with the dad, and, surprise, the wife is also an assassin. Neither one of the parents know, but the child knows everything, again, because she's a telepath. And everyone's been raving about this. I do know that it just became a anime on Netflix, so I'm excited to get to it, and I know Princess really enjoyed Volume 1. Alright, last but certainly not least is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This is part of my 5 classics that I want to read in 2023. The video is not out yet because it's one of the videos I have to re-record. But, yeah, spoiler alert, this is in that. This is following a man named Gene who was a criminal, and he was in prison for like 9 years or something like that for stealing some bread for his poor family. And once he gets out of prison, he still goes down the criminal way until a politician or something like that, they pretty much do something good for him, and then he decides because of that act of service he's going to change his life around, and he does that. He becomes a better man, and it's a journey on how he's becoming a better man. Well, also there is a police officer that knows Gene and knows that he's a criminal, so he just keeps following him around saying like, no, you're bad, bro. Like, and then Gene's like, bro, I'm not that person anymore, like I've changed. Okay, so 980 pages. I'm reading this for the entire year, so I'll only be reading about 76 pages. Again, like I will say in that video, if I am enjoying it, I'll read more. If not, I'm going to stay to my 76 pages for the month. These are all the books that I'll be reading in January. I kind of went light because if you didn't know, last year I did not have a great reading month, like at all, or reading year. I only read 58 books last year, and I know to some people that might seem like a lot of books, but for me it's not a lot of books. So I didn't have a great year for myself. I'm glad I still read, but anyways, yeah, I'm getting off topic. That's why I'm outro. Alright, that's all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all the books and videos that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine I did and come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.